For this project, I am using the Karen, the Skinny Cakes. It's sold exclusively at Michaels or michaels.com. And this color is Lime Twist. And I'm using a 4.25 millimeter crochet hook, which is the G. It calls for 4 millimeter, but I'm using a larger one. So the pattern is a multiples of 3 plus 3. Just keep in mind that when you are chaining, this is going to be the length of your cardigan. So I chained 126, which is around 30 inches long. So you just want to make it smaller or larger, just do the multiples of 3 plus 3. So I'm going to chain up the 3. Then you're going to double crochet in the third chain from the hook. Oh, there it is. Okay. Then you're going to double crochet all the way in each chain, all the way across. Sorry, I forgot to mention, this cardigan is a 2-piece cardigan that you sew together. So make sure to make note of how many chains you did for the first side, or for the first piece. I just wanted to point it out, another suggestion. When you are doing your double crochet, if you go into the back loop of the chain, it will give you a cleaner edge like this. And then when you're ready to do the border, you just go into it's like a regular stitch. You just go in the stitch. It looks a lot nicer. So just a suggestion. Just wanted to show you what it looks like if you go in the back loop. Okay, so before I continue, I just want to point out that this is not I did not design this pattern. So for row 1, I'm going to chain up 4. You're going to skip, excuse me, 2 double crochets. You're going to do a V-stitch, which is 1 double crochet, chain 1, and 1 double crochet. You're going to skip 2 double crochets and do another V-stitch. So that's row 1. We're going to do that all the way across by skipping 2, V-stitch, skip 2, V-stitch, skip 2, all the way across. Here at the end, I was supposed to have 2 double crochets left in this little turning chain. Not sure what happened. Maybe I counted the chains wrong. Either way, it doesn't matter. If you have 2 or 3 left, just go ahead and chain 1. And then double crochet in this little chain, beginning turning chain, I guess. There. Actually, I'm going to go a little bit lower so that way it can be a little bit more straight. So regardless if you have 1 left or 2, make sure to count your V-stitches on the first row to make sure that it matches your second piece. That way it will be even, it won't be off. So row number 2 is easy. It's going to be the repeat row. Row number 2 and 3 are the repeat rows. So row number 2 is you chain up 4. Then you're going to jump right here into the chain 1 space and just do 3 double crochets. jump into the next chain 1 space and do 3 double crochets. And that is the pattern, or the row, I guess you would say, for row 2. Do a 3 double crochets and 3 double crochets in each V-stitch. So once you reach the end, you're going to chain 1, and then you're going to double crochet in the turning chain. Now, I usually, it says to double crochet in the 3rd chain, but when I do that, I find that this is not straight. It looks kind of strange. So this is, let me see, this is the 3rd chain. Yeah, if you do it up here, it's gonna get a little, it's not gonna be even, basically. So I do it here, like on the 2nd chain. So that way it's not that, and actually, yeah, see, it's straight. Okay. So now row 3 is going to be the same as row 1. So you're going to chain up 4. You're going to go into the middle of the 3 double crochets. You're going to do a V-stitch. Then you're going to go to the other, oh goodness, the middle of this one, the 3 double crochets, and do a V-stitch. And then again, you're going to the middle, double crochet, do a V-stitch. You're going to do that all, oh, sorry. Yarn is getting tangled here. You're going to do that all the way across. Okay, so once you reach the end, just chain 1. And then double crochet into this turning chain. So here it is. So you're going to repeat this pattern. This is row 2, this is row 3. You know, you're going to do the 3 double crochets, and then the other row is the 3 double crochets, and then you're going to do the V-stitch. You're going to do this. So this is going to be the first part. This is going to be the front part of the cardigan. So you're going to do 20 rows of this, counting from here. So do 20 rows. And then we're going to do, the next step is to do the arm opening. So I have finished the 20 rows. And this is, again, this is going to be the front. So if you need it to be a little bit wider, if you want to try it on, you know, to see how, if you want it probably smaller, as long as it ends in this row right here. So there, for each piece, the way that you're going to do the arm opening is different. So for this side, you're going to count, oh, let me see. You're going to crochet along. Actually, I'm going to turn it around. You're going to crochet your V-stitches along. However, you have to count from this side, from the left side towards the right side, count 16 of these. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So put a stitch marker there. That's your 16th 3 double crochet group. So you're going to crochet all the way up to this one right here. Before the 16th, you're going to do your V-stitches. Okay, so now that you've crocheted up into the 16th, you're going to chain 48. When you do these chains, make sure to chain a little loose, either by using a larger hook or using the same hook, just loose, because you're going to have to go back and crochet along the chain. So if it's too tight, then it's going to be a problem getting the crochet hook in the chain. That's if you're going to crochet in the backbone, which I always do. Because if you crochet in the backbone, then it will be like this, and it will be easier for you to do the border that goes inside the arm opening if you crochet on the backbone. So chain 48, and then what you do is, let me see, chain 48. And then it says to double crochet in the last turning chain. Okay, so here it is. So we're going to go ahead and double crochet in the last turning chain. To make sure it's not that twisted. Let me see here. Actually, the chains that I did on the side also, I left them a little bit loose because when you do the edging, if you're going to go into the stitch, which in this case looks a lot better, then it's not that bad. It's not that, no, it's not that difficult to actually go into the chain. And for some reason, I am not able to, okay, let me see, I think I got this. No, everything's twisting up on me. Okay. Okay, let's do this. I think I need to, there. Just a little bit closer to the, okay, so it's gonna look like this. So the second row, it says chain 3, well, chain 4 actually, 2, 3, 4. And then what you're going to do is skip the first chain, which I think it's this one right here. This one right here. It's like really close to the double crochet. And in the second chain, you're going to, let me see if I can, I think this is, okay. In the second chain, it's kind of hard to see. Here, I think it is. See how it's, even it's okay. So in the second chain, you're going to double crochet 3 times in that same chain. Okay. Then you're going to skip 2 chains, 1, 2, and then 3 double crochets in the next chain. Well, I think I did the chain 2 loose, as you can see. Oh well, but it's okay. It will fix itself once you continue. So another 2 chains, and then again 3 double crochets in the same chain. So you're going to do this all the way across until the end. So in the end, you should have 1 chain left, and then I'll show you what to do from there. So I'll finish this and see if hopefully I have my 2 chains left. Okay. So I have finished. You should have 13 of these 3 double crochet groups. I mean, not 13, sorry, 16. So apparently, I don't know if I miscalculated something, but, well, there's a chain. You should have 1 chain left here. If you don't, then that's fine, as long as you have 16 of these. Now, it looks like my chain got twisted, but let me see. I don't think it's that noticeable. So you're going to continue your 3 double crochets in each V-stitch. So that is why when you end, you should end in this row, because this is the row of the arm opening, and you have to do these on the arm opening. So that's why it's the V-stitch That's why it's important it ends on this row right here. Whatever width you decide to make your cardigan. I'm going to continue with this, and basically after you you're just going to continue the pattern. So the next side is going to be the V. Now if this is twisting up on you like on me, I would suggest like probably pinning these together. That way it doesn't twist on you. If that's the case, because I see it's twisting up on me. I'm just going to pin this together that way. So you're going to continue the pattern. Now, starting from this row right here, this one right here, the one with where you did the arm opening, the large size, because now you're gonna crochet the back of the cardigan. So the large size is 24 rows. If you want extra large, it's 26. And if you want 2 or 3XL, it's 28. I'm going to do a large and then measure it and see how wide it is. If I feel I need a little bit more, then I'll add 2 more rows. So again, large is 24 rows, counting from this row right here. Extra large is 26 rows, and 2 to 3XL is 28 rows. So I'm going to finish this piece, and then I'm going to do the border, because I don't want to cut the yarn and then come back, because once you can continue, if you're going to continue the border with the same yarn, then once you finish, you can do the border. So I'm going to completely finish this one, and then I'm going to start on the other piece, and then I'm going to come back and show you how the other piece is to do the arm opening on the other piece, because you're going to start on this side. So if you start on this side, it means you count from this side to this side, your 16 rows, and then you do your pattern. So it is different. So I'll come back and show you how to do the other side, and then the border for that I'm going to do on the cardigan, and also the border around the arm opening. So on the other piece, you're going to finish on the 20th row. You're going to finish with a double crochet and the turning chain. Then you're going to chain 48, and then you're going to count from the right side to the left side 16. Then in the 17th, it's the 16th of the 3 double crochet sets. So in the 17th, you're going to do the V-stitch. See if I can do this. So I put a stitch marker in the 16th set. So on the 17th, you're going to do your V-stitch. So you're going to go ahead and do your V-stitch all the way to the other side, and then you're going to go back with your 3 double crochets in each stitch, and then I will show you well, actually it's the same as on the other side. You're going to skip 1 chain here, and then you're going to do a 3 double crochet, skip 2 chains and 3 double crochet, just like you did on the first side. So you should have a total here. Since you skipped 16, you should have 16 of the 3 double crochets. So it's the same as the other side. The only difference is that instead of counting your 16, instead of starting from here to here, you're going to count the other side. I don't know if that makes sense. So once you finish your 20th row here, then you do the other side. You You do the 48 stitches, I mean chains, and you skip the 16. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this, and once I'm on this, I'll go ahead and go through, I'll do these chains, but it's just the same as the other side. You just start on instead of starting from the right, you're starting from the right side to the left side. Okay, so as I mentioned before, you will do the same thing as you did on the other side. You will skip 1 chain and then do your 3 double crochets, skip 2 chains until you're at the end. And then you're at the end, you're going to chain 1 on the last 3 sets and then double crochet into the turning chain right here. Then you follow the pattern normal until I actually did for this cardigan, I did starting from you're counting actually from here, from this, not from here, from this V-stitch, you're counting up the 24 or 26, whatever size you decide. I did the 24, which is the large. So you just finish that. Just go up about your normal pattern. Then what I did was I did a half double crochet border all around. I did 2 of them. Then once I finished that, then I did a border inside the arm opening. So I did 2 of the single crochet border on the side. So I guess you can go ahead and just do your borders on both pieces. If you want to do one, you can do one. Whatever you want to do. I did 2. I liked it better. So in the corner, just a quick tip. When you're at the corner, if you do 2 double crochets, half double crochets on the border, 2 rounds. On this one, on the corner, you're going to do 3 double crochets in the corner. Half double crochets. So that way you can make your corner like this. Then again, in the arm opening, I did two rows of the single crochet. Just a quick tip if you're not too familiar with doing the edge, the border. It's easy to do it on this because the stitch is already there, but when you're doing it on the side where there is no stitch, you actually have to place your stitches along to where it's not too, they're not too close, because if they're too close, then it's going to ruffle. If they're too if they're too apart from each other, then it will become tense, and it will probably, I don't know, it would just, it will be really tight. So just my recommendation, try to, like, for example, place like one here, not like one in each, how can I explain it? You know, there's like on this one right here, I would just place one, a half double crochet here, and then another one here, and then another one here, just a little bit, not too separate, but not too close. If that makes any sense. And this is something that you will learn with time. When I started to, when I started to crochet again, I like doing borders on blankets and everything I do. I just think it looks nice. When I started to do that, I had to, you know, I crocheted and then I looked at it and it was too wavy, so I undid. So it takes time for you to more or less get the feeling of how many stitches you need in each space in order to just make it, you know, normal or straight or not wavy or not too tight. So it just takes time, but you will get it. It's just a matter of, you know, doing some, ripping it out if it's not working, and then do separate. So you'll learn. It's not that difficult to do. It's just something that you learn with time and with practice. So now the last step is to sew the pieces together. I marked the side to know which side I was sewing together, because it's kind of the same size as the front. I didn't want to get confused. So you just put your right sides together and you just sew. You actually sew, not a, yeah, whip stitch it, I think they call it. You whip stitch it together, sew them together. And that's the last step. And that is your cardigan. So that's the pattern. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. I hope you learned something new, and thank you for watching.